What's up, everyone? It's Flex coming to you again from my home gym. Very quick rant on this Wednesday night. Why? Because the mainstream media in Canada is up to their old tricks. Not even that old, but they're up to their tricks. Probably because next week is Christmas and they know that Canadians will be wanting to travel to the US to go visit friends and family. So, of course, all the propaganda is coming out, the anti-travel to the US propaganda, and they're trying to scare the hell out of people and tell them not to go to the United States because they'll end up detained. And so I did a video a while back, maybe a week or two ago, about 5 ways the mainstream media in Canada lies to you. And one of the ways that I said was they post misleading headlines. So the CTV and CP24 and maybe a few other outlets are carrying the story where the headline is, I wouldn't go, and the sub-headline is that more and more Canadians are being detained at the border while trying to cross. But if you look at the story, so they know most people only read the headline, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about this once I make my point. And they know people only read the headline, so they get their sensational headline out there. They try and scare the bejesus out of people. You start reading, and they admit that some of the people that were detained had criminal records. Some of them had aggravated criminal records. But they said, well, the majority didn't have aggravated criminal records, but it doesn't matter. The United States has always made it illegal for you to even attempt entry into the United States if you have a criminal record. That's always been the case. That's not new under Trump. They're trying to make it seem like everything's changed now that Trump is president. Nothing has changed. And people that have passports and people that don't have criminal records, which is the vast majority of Canadians, don't have any issues crossing the border. Over 100,000 Canadians cross the border every single day, and almost none of them have issues. So the article even said that most of the people that were detained either had criminal records, aggravated criminal records, or they had issues with their visa. Either their visa was expired or they had overstayed their visas. And the funny thing is that I replied to one of these sensationalist posts on X/Twitter and quoted right from the article. I quoted from the article where they even admitted this, and people start arguing with me. And that just goes to prove that they don't read it. They don't read it. And a lot of the liberals and a lot of people in the government, liberal MPs, they repost this and they don't read it either. And none of their sycophants, they all just repeat this and nobody reads the article. Because if you read the article, it's no big deal. You have nothing to worry about. I've been to the United States a few times this year, no issues. My wife has been to the United States probably a dozen times this year. A couple times with me and many times on business. And I know lots of people in my business circles that have been to the United States many, many times. Most of our leadership team has been to the United States. The company that I work for has been to the United States many times this year. No issues. It's business as usual. And so these few people that have legitimate reasons for being detained, and they're trying to make it seem like everybody has a risk of being detained. And it's silly. And so what do? They also present isolated cases as if they're the norm. And so they keep referencing this one guy who they say he died in custody while being detained, and they refer to him as a Canadian citizen. Meanwhile, the guy has been in the United States for almost 30 years, and he's also a drug dealer and a criminal, and we don't know how he died because they don't say. But they try and scare people, and why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? It's political. It's political because they're trying to support the narrative of the federal liberal government that the United States is the enemy, that Donald Trump is the enemy, that they're the reason for all of our problems. The main reason that things are bad in Canada right now is 10 years of liberal government. That's it. It's not Donald Trump. It's not the border. It's none of that. It's 10 years of failing liberal government. And here's what I don't get. Here's what I don't get is people that actually change their plans. Why would you change your plans because a media personality or of a headline, the media is convincing you what to do with your life? Like, how weak are you? How controllable are you? And this is the problem I think that we have in Canada. This is indicative of a very deep problem that we have in this country, is that people are so easily manipulated by the media. Because I gotta tell you, I read a headline like that, and my first instinct is F you. My first instinct is F you. No, I'm not gonna do what you tell me. No, I'm not gonna change my plans. No, I'm not gonna spite my own family because the media says I should, because they're a mouthpiece for the liberal government, because the liberal government thinks they're gonna stick it to Donald Trump by having Canadians not travel down there and not spend our money down there. It's the absolute most ridiculous thing ever. And you know, I don't know what's worse, the people that are believing it and changing their plans, or the fact that the media is trying to do it. It's like, it's crazy. It's crazy for me to see it. I don't get it. I don't understand how anybody in good conscience in the media can put these stories out. And I don't understand how anybody with any common sense or a backbone can actually follow the directions of the mainstream media when they try and manipulate you. They're using you as a pawn. They're using you as a pawn in this manufactured travel trade war with the United States. It's a manufactured trade war to begin with, and they're using you as a pawn in it. And shame on you. Shame on you, mainstream media, CTV, CP24. Shame on you for pushing this narrative, and shame on anybody that actually believes it and follows their lead and changes their plans. Shame on all of you. That's it for me. I'm out. Peace.